JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, small credit unions, which one are the best options for your project financing needs? You've got to watch this video.
All of the information presented is for entertainment and information purposes only. Nothing discussed constitutes legal or accounting advice, an offer or solicitation of financial services, or financial advice of any kind. Our goal is to showcase alternative vehicles to raise capital. At no point will we be soliciting any investment programs.
I'm Timur. I'm from Wells Global. My organization helps credit investors leverage their assets, send letters, credit, and so on to access capital that the top banks are primarily offering to their VIP clients. We can do this because of the relationships we have with banks, our nature of the transactions we do, our experience and expertise in this area. The capital my clients are getting allows them to do project financing, grow their business, and buy auxiliary businesses. Lastly, that I'm offering this video or any of my other videos should ever be considered as legal or financial advice. The purpose of this video and all my other videos is for me to show you my dry sense of humor, as well as to provide some education and entertainment purposes. So friends, I have in the past week had the privilege of working on multiple different projects, initiatives with Managing Director of JP Morgan, Senior Vice President, Executive Vice President at Wells Fargo, Senior Vice President, Bank of America, Senior Vice President of a credit union. And one question that I get a lot is, Timur, when do I use any of these options? Before I answer that question, I want to tell you about my firm. See, the advantage of working and engaging with a global financial services consulting company like ours, Wells Global, is that we have so many different relationships with different banks in different jurisdictions. So oftentimes we can guide the client to the right direction. If you're looking to grow your business in Timbuktu, in Yukon, in South Africa, in Paris, France, a firm like ours would have relationships outside of wherever you're located in, the United States, Canada, India, wherever you're located in, that we can support you in. I want to talk a little bit about my experience of working with a lot of these financial institutions. If I run a global business, or if my vision is to take my national business and turn it into an international business, and have assets like paintings, believe it or not, paintings, JP Morgan, hands down, is a financial institution that was strongly consider working with. If I am looking for a large credit facility, credit line, something at the $250 million level, and I'm based in the United States, Wells Fargo, hands down, would be a bank that I would choose compared to alternative options because of how they're structured, because of their fees, because of the environment that Wells Fargo is. Now, Wells Fargo is a great bank only for American citizens and American-based businesses. If you're that like me, that Canadian, and you're not American, no matter how much you want to be American, Wells Fargo would not cater to you. If you're a business and you're growing, but the line of credit loan amount you're looking for is a small amount, like 1 million, 3 million, 5 million, like that, and you have specific niches that you are focused on, like construction financing, commercial loans. In those cases, I would strongly consider credit union and a local credit union in jurisdiction that you need project financing in. So if I'm a growing business, if I'm a national business, want to be international, or if I am an international business and I have assets and I'm looking for liquidity, hands down, I will look at JP Morgan. There are also other alternative banks as well, but JP Morgan would be one of my choices for sure. If I'm a US-based business, I'm looking for a large credit line, I would look at Wells Fargo for sure. If I'm a US-based business or a business that wants to grow in the US, I'm looking for a small credit line, like 1 million, 3 million, 5 million, not 250 million. I'll look at local credit unions in these types of jurisdictions. Full transparency, this video, Wells Global, me personally, we do not get compensated by JP Morgan. We do not get compensated by Wells Fargo. We do not get compensated by credit unions at all. The purpose of this video is strictly an independent opinion that I have. I have a lot of opinions. And it's just from my years of experience of working with and having somewhat of a relationship with some managing directors, executive vice presidents, vice presidents for different banks. With that, I hope you found this to be helpful. If you did, and you want more content around the area of banking, international banking, access to credit lines, funding opportunities for projects, small, bigger, and around the different geographies, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get some amazing case studies, structures, ideas. My name is Tim Rizan from Wells Fargo. I hope you found this to be helpful. And if you ever need something, feel free to book a consultation call at alphasglobal.com. Thank you.
Yeah, man. How did you meet us?
Funny story, actually, Timon. About 2 years ago, a client came to me asking about your company. And being from a law enforcement background, I said to them, so I'll have a look at it. And I investigated AFG to make sure that they were a legit company. Considering I have investigated many frauds around the world and many schemes like this, I wanted to make sure that you were legit for my clients. And you had such a bubbly personality after I cleared you. I thought, why not follow you? And now here we are 2 years later.
So now your relationship started with investigating me without me knowing.
Yeah.
Because you're from law enforcement.
Exactly.
And now 2 years after I got cleared.
After you got cleared.
You're now here and as a client at our event.
Yep, that's correct. 100%.
And you've been through some of my workshop with Sam as a credit.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
You met some of the banks I used to issue letters of credit.
That's true, yes.
And you met a CEO of a monetizing company who receives a lot of credit.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
And what are your thoughts?
I'm quite fascinated to be able to finish the event, put all the knowledge I learned on YouTube, but also put together the face-to-face training that we've had and be able to understand it in a way that we could actually leverage it within our company, but also leverage our partnership with you to actually grow out and build a future where we can make a big impact in the world, not only from with companies, but also with law enforcement, obviously, as a background, to be able to help my guys to be able to understand this market and industry better, and so that we can do better, greater work.
Comes from a law enforcement person who investigated us.
Thank you, guys.
Would you like to know about our next event?
Why would you attend Alt Funds Global's banking events?
Alt Funds Global really showed us real-life examples, which are not only innovative and very disruptive, but use cases in the real world. Actually, deals are being made here, which is absolutely amazing, and it just really shows that the guys are absolutely professional.
You'd have a unique opportunity to meet real banking executives and professional law firms that are doing various forms of structured finance. You'll also get access to ideas and programs banks only offer their elite customers.
I thought the event was extraordinary. I came from a long ways away, and I was absolutely shocked at the quality of what I learned here and the excellent speakers and the people that were here. I was shocked and amazed.
4 different banks, and everybody had, something to offer, and everybody offered something different. So it was just done very well. I'd recommend anybody come to one of Taimur's events. I would gladly come to the next event.
Check out our events page at www.altfundsglobal.com/membership-events.
Hi friends, I now want to take a minute and answer some of your frequently asked questions. One of the common questions I get a lot is, Taimur, we've learned a lot from you through your YouTube channel. How do we learn more? Can we fly down and meet your team? And the answer to all of that is yes, yes, and yes. Well, if you want to learn more, my first invitation is to become a member of Alt Funds Global. You simply go to our website, alphafundsglobal.com. You sign up to become a member for free. You get access to webinars, offshore events that we do, and content that we never, ever, ever, ever publish on YouTube. I promise you that it's worth becoming a member for sure. The second way that you can learn a lot is I'm a published author. Structured Financing Demystified, Hypergrowth, just multiple books on Amazon that you can get access to. I highly recommend going and checking out some of these books, getting engaged into some of the stuff, that strategies and tactics that we're using for ourselves, for our families, for our friends. You definitely want to check these things out for sure. Another question, I guess, Timo, why are you so passionate about getting a bank license? Why is that so important? Well, the truth is, our mission within All Funds Global is to help businesses become self-funded for life. Imagine you run a coffee shop and I run a coffee shop. Imagine we buy the coffee beans from the same grower and my coffee shop is right across yours, like really right across yours. Our competition is probably nil. But if you have a bank license and I don't have a bank license, and let's say I made $500,000 and you made $500,000 in income, but if you have a bank license, you are depositing a bank license with the central bank of the country where you own your own private bank license. Let me repeat this again. You are depositing your money with the central bank of the country you have your bank license on. So $500,000 deposited with the central bank should give you a line of credit of 10 times multiple. So that means you get a line of credit of $5 million. Now it's not free money, it's a line of credit of $5 million. Now, if you draw that entire money out and you go to whichever country you're currently resonating in, the country you're doing business with, and you know in real estate, you want to buy a house, you put 20% down and you get a loan for 80%, same thing. You put $5 million down with a business plan to your local bank, whoever your bank with, and say, hey, I want to grow my business, my technology business, real estate business, pharmaceutical business, whatever business it is. I'm a venture capitalist. I'm putting $5 million down. Your bank gives you a loan at four times more, so now you get a $20 million loan. Now it's not free money, it's $20 million loan. What can you afford to do with $20 million that I cannot afford to do with $500,000? Could you invest in artificial intelligence? Could you invest in hiring better people? Could you invest in advertising? Hell, with that amount of money, could you even buy auxiliary businesses or invest in auxiliary businesses? I say you can, and that's why we within All Funds Global are so passionate in helping clients become self-funded for life, and getting a private bank license is one of the vehicles that I am personally very passionate about helping clients on. Another question, I guess, Timur, you charge a consultation fee. All Funds Global, the team charges a consultation fee. Why do you charge a consultation fee when you guys can make so much money on the back end? It somehow slows me down from taking a credit card and paying you money for it. Well, here's the truth. We offer our content, millions and millions of dollars worth of content complete for free on YouTube. We don't advertise as of the date of doing this video. We don't advertise on YouTube, Google, or we don't do any kind of advertising at all. And what we find is the volume of traffic that goes into YouTube attracts people that are tire kickers, people that are fraudsters, people that have mental health issues. When we charge a small consultation fee, this deters the hacker, the fraudster, the person who's shopping around, the tire kicker. It eliminates all that and allows me and my team to be on calls or meetings with customers we actually want to do business with. What a concept. Now comes, this is better. At the time of doing a transaction with a client, that fee they pay for a consultation call, we refund it. At the conclusion of us doing a transaction with a client, we refund 100% of all the monies that they paid on consultation fees. This allows us to work with people that are committed to working with us, are serious about working with us, are not tire kickers, are not people that are like, they don't know what banking 101 is, and they're there to waste our time and energy. Just eliminates that. And me and my team are very proud of doing that. Next question, I guess, Timur, the alternative funding industry overall has a lot of fraudsters in it, has a lot of deep fake in it. What are you doing to protect us, protect yourself? So here's the answer to that. Any industry that has a lot of money by default attracts a lot of fraud. Let me say this again. Any industry that attracts a lot of money by default attracts a lot of fraud. I don't know who you bank with. If you bank with one of the top 20 banks in the world, pick a bank you bank with, or you use payment processing companies like PayPal, these companies see a lot of fraud every day, from fraudsters mimicking their website to mimicking their email addresses, and in cases like mine, once a year or twice a year, some idiot, excuse my language, decides to copy my picture on social media, tries to create a fake profile of me, and goes on social media selling scammy transactions. Now, we have the technology and the resources to catch that, usually within 72 hours of that happening, and then cause legal action against that fraudster. We have the financial resources, thank God, to do that today, but that's just the nature of this industry. So what we do to protect ourselves is we never solicit on social media anything, nor do we solicit in general. We offer a lot of educational materials, but we don't solicit. You'll never see me or any of my associates on any social media trying to sell anything ever. Second, all transactions that we do, money always has to go through a reputable law firm. All transactions we do, money always has to go to a reputable law firm. We never ask the client to send us money or anything like that. Now, I do want to take a minute and talk a little bit about my competitors. In the United States, in the US alone, US has 3% of the world's population, and they have over 60% of the world's lawyers. In the United States, that's a fact, have 3% of the world's population and over 60% of the world's lawyers. I have a lot of legitimate competitors in the United States and around the world that unfortunately have been sued for wrongful things that other people have done. There's a lot of negative stuff on social media or websites about some of my legitimate competitors. And I want to tell you that a lot of my competitors are legitimate. They're hardworking people. I know them. They deliver real results. And unfortunately, they have negative comments or fraud or even lawsuits against them. The reason within All Funds Global doesn't have a lawsuit against it, or me, Tamer Zaman, don't have a lawsuit against me, or people on social media saying that we're fraudsters or something like that, is simply because of my lack of vision. Every company you deal with, every major company you deal with, whether it's the cars you drive, Ford, Lexus, I don't know, GM, or Facebook, Google, YouTube, whatever you use, or medicine you have, like Tylenol, all of these companies have lawsuits against them. A lot of the companies you work with have litigations against them. It's just part of the growth. At some point, the business needs to grow exponentially, and that's when you have to see lawsuits as just the nature of the business growing. The fact that we don't have it is because of my lack of vision as the CEO and like trying to bark a tree like that. Now, I see that changing as we buy businesses that have other CEOs, as we grow. We have over 800 registered brokers with us. As that number grows, it's not normal for our business to continue growing without some idiot calling us fraudster, some idiot trying to sue us, or something like that. If you want to take advantage of the alternative funding industry, I'm going to tell you this is the industry I love. I'm going to tell you this is the industry that I've made a lot of money with. I'm going to tell you this is the industry I've helped a lot of clients make a lot of money with, friends and family make a lot of money with. And if this is an industry you want to get involved in, I recommend meeting the people you want to do business with, like physically flying down to meeting them. If you can afford to hire an investigator, we use a lot of former FBI, former CIA people. These are people you can hire to do background checks. It's not only do these people have lawsuits or not, or other losers calling them fraudsters or not. I'm telling you, a lot of my competitors are really good people, and they're not fraudsters. So do your own due diligence, listen to your intuition. We're really interested in working with some really good people that are vision-driven entrepreneurs that really want to serve the world, and I think we have some things that are really amazing to offer. Another question I get is, Tamer, we love all the services of Funds Global. What are the top 3 services you offer that we should really seriously think about, call you or your organization and get you guys involved? But my favorite service, the one that makes a lot of sense, is the trusted advisory service. This is when we become your chief banking officer. We work with your CFO, your legal team, the CEO, the COO. We look at where your organization is, where you want it to be. We look at banking programs that make sense for your type of business, that are proven and would work to generate access to alternative revenue sources for your business that makes sense. From that, we then create offshore tax structures, offshore bank accounts, offshore bank licenses for your organization, so the revenue that gets generated has a channel to go to that is well protected. We have a lot of domain expertise that I do not share ever on YouTube. It's not like a lawyer who's like, go create a trust account and cooks out in. Like we don't do. We do some very sophisticated stuff that I'm very proud of. That's our intellectual property. And so the trusted advisory services, where we become a trusted advisor, is one of the things that I would recommend everybody to look at. It's a monthly retainer, you pay for it, but let me tell you, for every penny you put in to that, you get tens of dollars out of it. And I think you're not going to get this amount of expertise dedicated to your business. So that's something I would recommend you to think about and sign up for. Second one is if you're looking for access to capital, we have a lot of unique programs like Rent a Rich Uncle that we can support your organization as long as your organization is a successful business and not a startup, not somebody who's going bankrupt. It's a successful business that has real cash, real assets, and is generating something real, that's real growth. I think we have some avenues for accessing capital that others simply cannot offer. And the final one that I love is we have a lot of asset management structures that are very unique to our intellectual property that I love to share with you. If you have assets, you want to grow, you want to get bank license, you want to set up a trust, you want to work with multiple central banks, do some really cool stuff. I think I'm the only weirdest person that has real expertise and experience in doing this stuff. And so my name is Tamer, I'm from All Funds Global. Thank you for following us up on YouTube. If you're doing that, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting my team. And on behalf of my team, I just really want to say thank you. And we look forward to the opportunity of serving you.